Trump explains away his comments about Netanyahu and Israel. Conservative angle. Those of you who are regular readers of this blog know that we are not of one mind concerning Donald J. Trump. Some are solid MAGA, through and through. There are also those who shake their heads and wonder what the F***. Dude whenever he opens his mouth. I am one of the latter group. And Trump's statements about Netanyahu upon the brutal attack upon Israel only reinforced my disgust with this man. You know, Hezbollah is very smart. They're all very smart. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than. Could you imagine FDR making a similar statement during the Battle of Britain in 1940? You know that Luftwaffe, their pilots are top-notch. They're strong. Best of the best. Trump also blamed Joe Biden and the stollen election for Hamas's attack on Israel. In all caps, of course. Stollen? This is stollen. It's a German holiday sweetbread. My mother would make it at Christmas time. Naturally, Trump's faithful followers ran amok on the internet trying to explain away his statements. As Charles Cook of National Review wrote, time equals 400 ms. Greater than. Donald Trump said something stupid and grotesque about the attacks in Israel, and so, today, of course, his acolytes are running around the internet either explaining what Trump really meant, or explaining why Trump is actually right after all, or, if they're particularly shameless, trying to combine the two approaches. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than. When Donald Trump runs his mouth, backlash always follows. That certainly was the case in this instance, too. In Israel, Communications Minister Shlomo Kari told an Israeli news channel, "It is shameful that a man like that, a former U.S. president, abets propaganda and disseminates things that wound the spirit of Israel's fighters and its citizens. We don't have to bother with him and the nonsense he spouts." Ben Shapiro decimated Trump's assertion that Hezbollah is very smart, as well as Trump's attack on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. While Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said that Trump was throwing grenades at Israel. On Thursday, DeSantis wrote at X, "Terrorists have murdered at least 1,200 Israelis and 22 Americans and are holding more hostage, so it is absurd that anyone, much less someone running for president, would choose now to attack our friend and ally, Israel, much less praise Hezbollah terrorists as very smart." Even if Trump can't understand that his comments were a disaster, his campaign does. So he released a statement on Thursday to expand on his earlier takes. Did he apologize? Oh, hell no. He just doubled down on his adroitness in foreign policy. There was no better friend or ally of Israel than President Donald J. Trump. Under my leadership, the United States stood in complete solidarity with Israel, and as a result, Israel was safe, America was safe, and for the first time in decades, we made historic strides for peace in the Middle East. As an example, all of the experts said that the Abraham Accords couldn't be done, but we got them done, and were able to set the Middle East in a new and positive direction. His war room also fired back at his critics, Ron DeSantis in particular. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than. President Trump was clearly pointing out how incompetent Biden and his administration were by telegraphing to the terrorists an area that is susceptible to an attack. Smart does not equal good. It just proves Biden is stupid. And now you look stupid, Ron. Stupid? You know what DeSantis is doing about Floridians who are stuck in Israel. There are more than 20,000 Americans, including many Floridians, in Israel who wish to return home but have been prevented from doing so because of commercial flight cancellation and other travel and logistics disruptions due to the ongoing war in the region. Today I signed an executive order authorizing rescue operations in Israel to bring Floridians home and transport supplies to our allies. We will not leave our residents behind. To the many Floridians who are stuck in Israel, trying to get home, help is on the way. Jeffrey Bleher at National Review writes that while critics are getting upset about Trump's Hezbollah comments, they should focus more on his attacks on Bibi Netanyahu. Those reveal yet again how he operates. Everything must be about him and his ego. The narcissistic and quintessentially Trumpian insult is implying that Israel getting surprise massacred was somehow related to Benjamin Netanyahu's personal insult of getting antsy about participating with the Trump administration in a targeted assassination. Trump treats it like a personal offense from Netanyahu to his strongman dignity, rather than right or wrong. A matter of the utmost geopolitical calculation for Israel. The only thing that matters is loyalty to him, and since he feels that Netanyahu let him Down. Well, that just means he's fair game to be insulted, even when he's leading his nation through war. Megyn Kelly also pointed out Trump's narcissism relating to Netanyahu in her podcast yesterday. A Republican friend of mine, very active locally and president of a state GOP women's group, told me that Trump doesn't really love America. That was shocking to hear, but she's right. Everything Donald Trump does is to magnify his standing among his loyal followers, she told me. So as president he did things they wanted. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than appoint conservative Supreme Court justices? Check. Say he's pro-life? Check. Insist he's an evangelical Christian? Check. Move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem? Check again. So Trump accomplished some goals that conservatives wanted because he's most adept at publicity and promotion. It's not because he has any ideological core. It's because his operating system is programmed for the fulfillment of his massive ego. And his recent tasteless remarks on the disaster in Israel and its prime minister are just more evidence of that.